Hey, what is up guys? My name's David, aka DESIROUS, and I'm bringing you a commentary today. This gameplay is going to be a game of Standoff Hardpoint. It is a game of League play also. And a quick thing before I get into the commentary, if you guys want to see this actually live commentated, make sure you go onto Twitch. I am now streaming on Twitch, and this is actually dragged away from Twitch. This was in one of my live streams last week. If you guys want to see this live commentated, it is in the stream if you watch the past broadcasts, or if you go into highlights or videos, I actually made a separate game for it, as it was against a Rank 10 Master, so considering Rank 10 Master was a pretty decent team, and you'll be able to guess who it is. It's Twist something, his name, but you will see which player it is. I was hoping to see him come up there, but he's not coming in the kill feed. So, anyway, today's commentary isn't going to be about the gameplay. Today's commentary is actually going to be about Gfinity, just in case you guys missed the tournament. And also, I've got a little announcement as well, but I'll keep throwing announcements out there for you guys, so it's going to be left to the end. But, Gfinity. Now, for those of you guys who didn't watch it, it was an absolutely great tournament. It was actually held in the UK, so where I live, but it was in London, so a bit southbound from me. But it was actually only a small tournament, really. Only 10 teams involved, 4 NA teams. They were Optic, MV, Impact, and obviously Complexity. And then you'd also got 6 EU teams, TCM being one of the bigger EU teams. And then you also got Curse and Prophecy and such like that as well. So, you'd got, let's say, 10 teams, and basically the way it actually worked out, obviously it couldn't be a single elimination all the way because it wasn't 8 or 16 teams, but the way they worked out in the end was it was going to be a pool system. There was 2 pools, 5 teams each, and it was basically on a single elimination that each team played the other 4 teams in their bracket or in their league, and basically whoever came bottom of that team or that bracket got dropped. And one of the biggest surprises on Saturday, the whole entire kind of pool system was run on Saturday, and on Saturday MV actually got dropped. MV came last in their bracket. They didn't have Optic or anything in their bracket, but they did have Impact, and they did have a couple of really good EU teams as well, and they just couldn't handle it. They weren't looking that strong after finishing what they classed as poorly in Anaheim. You know, they weren't running off the best momentum. Stainville has now left the team as well. You know, things just weren't rocking very well for them in the MV camp. But now that that tournament is now over as well, quick thing, Karma has now joined MV. I'll tell you what, that should make a heck of a team now. Karma is a former Impact player. He was playing for Impact when they went on the 4-win streak in the tournaments this year in Black Ops 2, and hopefully he's going to be the success factor that they need just to bring that bit more stability into the team. And from what I've also seen on Twitter and on YouTube, from what Rambo and the rest of the team have been saying, you know, they're actually going to be able to completely adapt their style. They've got a couple of weeks now until they have to start playing in any other tournaments. I don't know what the next tournament for them is actually going to be, but they've got a couple of weeks. I think once they start scrimming, you know, once they get sourced out, I really do think that they're going to be pressing Optic again. It used to be always Optic versus MV whenever I remembered playing, and, you know, it was one of those matchups that you always wanted to see, but now Optic just run away with it because MV just haven't been that successful recently. But anyway, that was one big upset on the Saturday. Another team also got dropped from Optic's bracket. I can't think of the name of the team now, but they did get dropped, which left 3 NA teams, and they also left 5 EU teams. Now, on the Sunday, it worked a little bit differently. As I say, on a Saturday, it was more of a pool system. However, on Sunday, it was a single elimination. It was the best of 5. If you lost, you're out, and it was just quarter, semi-final, and final matches. They were all pretty close matches, I'll be honest. I can't remember too many matches that didn't go down to 3-2 in the semi-finals or the finals. I mean, the final was a bit more one-sided to Complexity, but they were all really good matches from everyone. Complexity, though, fair play to them. They did win the game. They did win the tournament, shall I say, and they were the best team out there. I don't think anyone can argue the fact that Complexity have been the best team now for the last 2 months or the last month or so, but they have been the best team, and hey, they're proving it with the results they're getting. So in scrims and in everything, they're just absolutely one step above everyone else at the moment. They're just I think it's more the way that they can adapt to every other team they face. It just helps so much. But congrats to Complexity SA. TCM, a good EU team. They were a little bit underestimated, so I feel. I didn't underestimate them, I must admit. I knew they were good. I didn't know they were as good as to play second in the tournament, above Optic and Impact both together, but they were good enough. They did actually beat Optic 3-2 in the semi-finals, which was absolutely amazing. It was an amazing match, and they just showed up in S&D, which most people believe is Optic's game type, S&D, but in S&D they showed up, they brought a completely new style of game into that match, and they just beat them and won the semi-final, which was great to watch. As I said, they beat Optic, and Impact also came 3rd and 4th, respectively. Great tournament for Impact again. It's in the top 4 again, which they can't be unhappy about, but now I say they've had a roster change. Because Karma's left and joined MV, obviously he's left Impact, and now they've actually had FaZe John, which some of you guys may have heard of before. He's one heck of a solid player, and they say he's going to be joining Impact. Again, once they start scrimming, we'll have to wait and see what that team can do, but if they get back onto the level that they were before when they were winning 4 tournaments in a row, we'll have to wait and see. But let's say that's pretty much the rest. The rest of the teams, you know, fell in the quarterfinals, and they just got placed to say 5th through 8th. And to say, unfortunately for Envy, when they did get 9th or 10th, they say that wasn't what they wanted. But hopefully the next tournament should be just as good as Gfinity. It's great to see a good tournament like that in the UK. And if only I could have been in it playing, it would have been even better. But I say it was a great tournament. It really was. And because of that tournament, actually brings me on to my little announcement. I want to get back into competitive gaming. I always say this. Whenever I watch competitive gaming these days, I always say that I want to get back into it, because there's that part of me that it just completely drives. And, you know, once you watch it, I don't know if it's for the same for everyone, but when you watch competitive gaming and you are a gamer like myself, you know, League play doesn't do it for you anymore. It really doesn't. Don't get me wrong. You know, League play is the closest thing to competitive that you will find in public servers or public lobbies, but, you know, League play is not competitive by any standard. It really isn't. It's not the same as 8s. It's not the same as a proper match. So I do want to get back into competitive, get back on the MLG circuit. For those of you guys who didn't know, I did used to play for a team called Diversity, or now called Orbit, I believe. They were a half-decent team, but, you know, things didn't quite work out, let's say that much. I'm back with the former team I used to be with, which is XPU. Already mentioned that in the last video, but for you guys who want to get into competitive gaming, or for those of you guys who may be in a clan but don't want to get, like, change clans or whatever, I'm actually looking to pick up 3 players. Now, I'm actually looking to possibly make a PS3 and an Xbox team, obviously from the EU, or preferably from the UK, but because of the clan I'm actually in at the moment, we're not a competitive clan, we're more of a, let's say, social clan. Therefore, you know, we haven't got the players in the clan to make a competitive team, and because of that, you know, I'm looking out there for you guys. If any of you guys, say, are in a clan like myself, might be in a social clan or in a clan with friends, and you want to play competitive with some higher skilled players, or some competitive players at least, then, you know, make sure you follow me on Twitter and send me a message, or just comment in the video below, whichever way. But make sure you do contact me and let me know what you want to do. If you want to join, say, whilst it's early days, there are 3 spaces available. So at the moment, really, if you're an SMG or an AR player, you know, it's pretty much going to be first come, first serve. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to be having to pick between millions of players and going, well, you're slightly better than them and you're whatever. You know, I want to be able to enjoy it, and I want it to be a friendly team. So, let's say, if you guys want to be part of this team, make sure you hit me up on Twitter. All these kind of links as well, guys, will be in the description below. My Twitch, my Twitter, my, let's say, YouTube subscription links down there as well. But make sure you do subscribe if you enjoy this video. I'm coming to the end of the gameplay here. I actually get a 40 bomb against a Master rank 10, which is why I'm pretty happy with this gameplay. I don't think it could actually get much better for me than this. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a rating, whether it's good or bad. Make sure you also leave a comment in the description below. Any constructive criticism always helps me out. And until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This isn't quite the final kill cam, but I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and until next time, Peace.
Never a doubt.